You are about to listen to After Dark with the Secret Transmission podcast. No research, no particular topics.
Toby seduces them all.
We do have a bear coat.
I do have a Workaholics bear coat that I paid
Did you know
way
that?
too much money for.
No.
Do you watch Workaholics?
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
Yes.
love
Not on
wearing that
purpose.
thing.
Oh
It's-
my god, when the first ever was like,
Wait, you have a Workaholics bear coat?
I do, and I paid way too
Where
much.
is it at? I want to wear it.
I'm not telling you because I don't want you to destroy my house. I don't even know where it's at, to be
$300.
honest. It's in a box or something.
You're like Andrew
I wore that
Dernberger
last
right
time I
now.
was here.
Yeah, wait, what? Like,
Oh no!
it's too little for me.
no, it's too big for you.
I mean, too big for me. Yeah, too
What
big for
what were we doing at the time? It was like the thing where it changes like from webcam to webcam.
Skype.
No, it wasn't Skype.
Webcam to webcam?
Yeah.
A roulette chat.
Yeah,
roulette.
chat roulette. That's what it was.
me. Good job, Rudy.
I haven't done chat roulette in a long time.
No, 'cause
Let's
it
do
was,
chat
it was,
roulette.
your
Come on.
sister.
Well,
I don't
Hey,
really want to
so-
see people
so-
beating off.
so,
So.
so one time I was doing chat
I
roulette
can't
when
remember the name.
Oh,
with
that
And
one.
you got like 3 people in
No,
a
no,
row
no.
that
That
weren't
one's
beating
so
off.
good.
So no, listen. So I was doing chat roulette one time when I first
At our
heard about
house?
it,
Yeah, huh?
and I was just sitting there like
Or at the townhouse.
I wasn't doing anything, and it was just me sitting there like oh hi, waving at people, and then it kicked me off and said you're kicked out for improper use or something. It kicked me off. Someone reported me for
I'm
just
on a
not
boat,
being naked.
motherfucker.
For not
Don't you-
I think
masturbating
I'm
on
pretty sure I
camera.
got I'm pretty sure I got kicked off for
Whoa.
not masturbating on
Toby
camera.
showed me that thing with the penguins earlier. With
Oh, the
thing.
Club Penguins.
I said, I'm on
The,
a
Club-
boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget.
Club Penguin bands. It's a Twitter thing. I will sit there for
I
hours
love
reading Club
that.
Penguin.
How did that person ever... Oh. That's great. I'm a boat, motherfucker. Don't ever forget.
So I have hit record.
I'd be the little penguin walking by and going, that's right, bitch. You're bad for saying bitch.
You know, there's kids playing that and grown men.
That's too bad. That's my fault.
That's what's funny about it. And that's where kids learn their cuss words from. Club Penguin or whatever it is. Do you know what Club Penguin is?
What if
No,
there's
I've
like a
heard of it.
golfing
It's
game?
just an
like,
on. I think it's an
This
on.
is
When
all-
I've
Toby
Motherfucker.
shows his penis to underage children.
I
Oh,
gotta get on that website.
never.
on everything, I just do the MF word. Like, if it's golfing or if it's tennis, I'm like, serve, motherfucker.
Messing with the wrong motherfucker.
Hit the ball, motherfucker. Par!
It'll be like that meme
Four.
from Dexter. Remember? Surprise, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker. Did you ever see those memes?
Fries?
Was it the
cop. Yeah. You know how he goes, surprise, motherfucker.
The one that was his enemy or whatever in
Yeah.
like
Right.
the first and second season?
Oh,
yeah,
I
he-
almost forgot about that dude.
So,
I forgot
yeah.
about him too. It's been
Yeah.
so
There's
long.
these memes that are like,
surprise,
motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker, and he's holding some french fries. I can't remember them all. There's a bunch.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I want to say there's like one that's like neckties, motherfucker, and it shows him like wearing, like holding neckties and stuff. It's a bunch of really
Oh my
stupid
God.
ones.
So I forgot to tell you,
Surprise.
Toby. So the other day, my boss was trying to
Motherfucker.
fart my head, and I feel so bad. But she thought it was hilarious after I showed her. So all of a sudden, she made this noise. She goes, ah. And I go, is that fucking crying girlfriend in here? And I was like, let me show you the video of the girl who cries like a whale. and I showed her, and it was like, I really miss you.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But she made that noise, and I go, are you serious right now? Someone really makes... But she was just going... and I was like, oh, hell no, it's about
So-
to go down. So I looked it up, and I
Toby,
was like,
when
this
are
is
we
what it
taking
looks
to
like.
this
And it was
to the next level, making
Snoop
some real
Dogg.
money off this?
This isn't to make money. In fact, right now we are recording the After Dark
Oh,
segment.
shit.
I
Yeah,
hit
man.
record.
Yeah.
So now
God.
this is the
You were
time.
supposed to tell me.
This is the time to start calling out everyone, and just talking about whatever we want. That's
Oh, here we go. He's gonna call
so.
me out.
Introduce yourself.
I'm
real
not
quick.
saying that I'm sorry for Toby saying theology.
So during
Or
the
theosophy.
hold on, first everyone say who you are.
Philosophy.
Hold on.
Theosophy.
Say who you are. I'm Toby. this is?
I'm Caleb, and I don't make up words like theosophy.
It's a real word, actually.
Tyler.
Kristen.
Rudy.
Okay,
That's why
so
I'm like, I'm
in
not
the
saying
Heaven's Gate episode
Okay.
18,
Yeah.
Kristen.
Toby makes up the word theosophy.
No,
No.
it's a real word.
So they rode my balls for about 10 minutes, just making fun
That
of me for
sounds
saying
fun.
theosophy.
Theosophy. Yeah.
Okay, here's the definition. Any of
Theosophy.
Shut up. Any of a number of philosophies maintaining that a knowledge of God may be achieved through spiritual ecstasy. I'm not going to read the rest. Anyways, it's a
Direct
fucking word.
Intuition or
Ecstasy and
special
see if we can find
individual
God.
relations, especially the movement founded in 1875 as a Theosophical Society by Helena Blavatsky and Henry Still Alcott.
See? And y'all were giving me hell.
Theosophy.
Theosophy.
I, sir, personally refuse to apologize for my shenanigans.
I demand a public
I
apology.
second that.
I don't think your word exists.
I don't know what we're talking
That
about.
prohibition was bad. Just wait till you get to the Rudy and Kristen commission. We're gonna fuck your world up with the comment.
I'll get on YouTube. I'll get on the secret. The episode. I'll start making
Just get their spot
comments.
back.
Philosophy, dick.
Tyler managed to get his spot back sitting next to me. I think Caleb just passed out.
Yeah, he just passed.
I got a kiss from Tyler. So
That's a lie.
No,
So-
what happened?
We're gonna be like Clinton.
Damn it.
I did not Theosophy Toby.
Wait, what?
I did not
Which
have
Clinton?
sexual
I did not have
relations.
sexual relations with Toby.
I did not have sexual relations with that man.
Or you could be like, I did not send out those emails. Shit.
Yeah.
the new Clinton game.
That's Clinton. That's
new-
Hillary Clinton, the new Clinton.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Clinton, nonetheless.
There's gotta be
Bill
Clinton
was
scandals.
better than Hillary.
Wait, what?
Bill was better than Hillary.
Hillary's
Hillary-
a bitch.
Hillary did not learn anything from Bill. Everybody's like, just because Hillary was around Bill, that she knows it all and she's the greatest? No. That's not true.
Hillary's a goddamn criminal.
I did post on
I could say
Twitter
something
for
super
anyone to
racist
ask
right now.
questions, but it is kind of
We're
late.
on camera.
So
Oh, yeah.
hopefully people will
And he's
ask
on,
us questions.
He's on the Periscope.
I am on the Periscope. You're all, everything you say is being
Sorry,
periscoped
Bill
and
Brooks.
recorded for the After Dark episode. But I did post for people to ask us questions.
Oh, look, we have 0
wanna
people
talk about-
listening.
0 people are tuning into our
Wondering.
Periscope. So,
Not anymore.
is there anything
Which looks good.
anything like specific
looks good on
that we want to bring up, talk about, like that we've learned, or new theories on any of the past episodes that we've done?
I learned that Caleb's a drunk and he's passed out on the floor.
Oh, that.
No, if you,
Prohibition rocks.
Okay, apparently he's not
I
passed
hope, I
out.
hope that one cat starts humping his head or something.
we have a cat in Heats, and
She brushes up against.
What's
his
he doing on the
nose.
back of your leg, Caleb?
There's a
so
white spot.
Rudy,
That's just yogurt.
Y'all quit, y'all are making her nervous.
Rudy, tell us about your new discoveries with the moon landing episode that you. We won't say believe in, but let's talk about your moon landing updates.
There was a video that I saw, and it was basically of the, I guess, was Apollo, was it 11 when they first landed, supposedly?
Oh yeah, I believe so. I'm kind of rusty on it now that we haven't had to
And
do
it was
research
like,
on it.
It was like day one, they were going north for about a mile to some crater, and they're showing them bouncing around, and the guy narrating goes, look at the foreground. See this rock here, see this rock here. The one was shaped kind of like a crescent, and the other one was shaped kind of
Crater.
funny. They were oddly shaped rocks in the foreground. So he goes, watch. He goes, now you hear the astronauts talking about day 2, and they're going to go 4 miles west or east or something. So they show clips of the rover going across the landscape, and then they show them bouncing around again, and in the foreground, the same exact rocks in the same exact positions. It was the same exact set that they'd used the day before.
Maybe Mod Podge cost a lot
So-
more back then.
Well, see, and in that episode, I do believe. Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead, Tyler.
So what I'm hearing is all these astronauts are chickens. They didn't want to go anywhere else, so they stayed in the same exact spots.
That, that's a
The
possibility.
backdrop is
That's a
expensive.
possibility. Yeah, backdrops are
You're hearing.
expensive. You know.
Well, see, okay, so when we did that episode, I did try to bring up that I couldn't. You'll have to go back and listen to our moon landing episode. I did bring up the fact that there's different Apollo missions that have the exact same background. Now, the foreground looks different, or maybe I'm getting it mixed up, but there are... So I did bring it up, you just weren't listening. Thanks a lot.
I listened to the moon landing episode, but I was probably working.
Were you
out
part
or
of
something.
it?
No, I was listening. To
Oh,
it.
okay. So
After
I'm
she-
talking shit to you for no reason. I
Right.
forget who's in what
Right.
episode. We have so many
After she
rotating
told
guests.
me, after she told me you guys had a podcast, I started listening to a bunch of them.
And I don't believe in it.
Kristen still is a firm believer that we did not go
We know.
to the moon.
Do you want the Russians to claim it? I mean, shit.
They probably will. They're the only brave motherfuckers that
No,
ever
we
go
put
there
our
and do
flag
it.
up there first, hypothetically.
Oh, God.
We put several
I hope we
flags
get
up
that
there and they've
backdrop
turned to
up there
white.
quick enough for them to see, because that shit ain't gonna happen. They're gonna go up there and be like, oh,
Look,
this
we
is
already
nothing
claimed
like
it.
the
It's
Americans
ours. It's
said it was meant to
American
be.
soil.
Where's
So,
the
Fuck the
vodka?
Russians.
So, I don't know if it was an Onion post. You know how the Onion posts some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to
You
say...
mean how the Onion posts all fake stuff?
Well, yeah, it is all fake. But I want to say it's another podcast, Project Archivist. They posted a link to a story where another country claimed to have landed on the opposite side of the sun where it's not hot. Like they landed on it, which it was. I think it was just a parody article. But if that country is claiming that, I love them and I want to move to that country. Maybe it was Korea. I don't know, but
Probably North.
Probably not Korea.
Wait,
Them
north or
motherfuckers-
south?
I don't know, both of them, whatever.
Oh,
Just
God
smart,
damn.
It wasn't Korea.
But no, that's a good
Raleigh,
podcast for
American.
anyone listening. Go check them
I don't
out.
know. North Korea did hack Sony. You know.
I have a theory about that.
Wait,
Yeah.
when are you talking about they hacked Sony?
What?
Really? You haven't
Whenever
heard about
your
No, was
PlayStation
it the
went
first
down.
time they hacked? Okay, so it was the
Oh, so
Lizard
he-
Squad
he
who
knows
hacked
things.
them on Christmas. And it made me mad because I couldn't play my online games. I was
Oh,
like,
poor
you
you.
piece of
No,
shit.
we're talking-
Sony's in
Okay, I was in a
Anonymous.
goddamn
Hey,
different
I
state.
thought it was
And I
anonymous
couldn't
who
play my
hacked 'em.
goddamn games,
We're,
alright?
we're talking about Sony Pictures,
Okay.
the movie studio, because they were going to do that movie.
the interview.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the interview.
So North Korea's like, oh, we're going to get you. And they hacked
Yeah.
them, and they leaked all these emails from like executives and stuff. It
I
was
illegally
hilarious.
downloaded that free movie.
Don't turn away while I'm waving.
Wave at the Periscope camera. So sadly, no one has asked us any questions. I was really Twitter has
Ask us a question. We need ideas.
Twitter has let us down. Our Periscope people
me
have
do
let us down. I wanted people to bring up any kind of conspiracies
Oh,
or
we got
anything.
two.
We have 2 people on Periscope watching us right now. Ask us some questions. We're recording right now.
Or is that an upside down 5?
If we turn you upside down.
Oh, God, it switches.
So, is there any other updates from any other previous shows that we've done?
No, but I did hear that shooting.
The Orlando one?
No, not the Orlando one. There was no the most recent one, not the Orlando one,
The
but
one in Turkey.
yes, it was
Oh, I don't know about that
Russian
one.
ISIS.
What
So
happened?
ISIS is now in Russia.
Tell-
I mean, it's all
They
over,
were
but
Russians.
Do you know
Yep.
anything about it? Like, what? I have no idea. What you're
Wait,
talking
you
about.
said ISIS is
Isn't
now
it-
in Russia, or Russia's
I
now
feel
in...
John listens to it in
Yemen.
his tiny office every day.
They apparently were Russians.
No,
Did
it's
you say-
Russian ISIS?
ISIS is in Russia?
Yeah. So
or
there's-
Russia
there's-
is in Yemen?
No.
Where Russian...
No, so it's ISIS. We have an ISIS. ISIS is here in America. ISIS
is
in
attacking
Pakistan,
all the
everywhere.
major countries
But
around here.
ISIS, like they're all grouping. Like if you want to become ISIS, you can become ISIS.
Yeah, you
But,
just gotta like...
It was Russian ISIS who attacked and did the Turkey bombing. or
Wait,
whatever.
Russian ISIS who attacked into the Russian bombing?
No. Turkey bombing.
Turkey
said.
bombing.
Isn't it Turkey or Jordan?
You
It's
think...
Turkey.
Okay, so you
Turkey,
think
Turkey.
Russia was working with ISIS to attack
No,
Turkey?
no. I'm saying that people in Russia who are part of ISIS
Were responsible.
were responsible for
But you know,
Turkey.
Russia's been sending a lot of troops to Yemen to fight ISIS.
Listen, I don't make the government. That's what the government told me on TV, okay?
And that's what I read on some
That's
things
what the
that
media
Russia-
has told me.
And you believe the
Can't
media?
I watch anything?
You believe the media?
What do you,
I
okay.
do believe Russia has some, like,
We have ISIS
diabolical
here, so,
plan to take over Yemen,
but it's probably the most. It's like Larry Moe and Curl ISIS here in fucking America.
Well, okay, since we brought
So
up,
I shouldn't say
since
that.
we did bring up media,
Right.
do you
I'm
think?
I don't gotta work on when I'm gone.
Hey, so do you think that the media controls a lot of? Do you think the media is controlling perspective on certain things?
Oh, absolutely.
if it wasn't for the media, I wouldn't know what was going on.
Well, okay.
If it wasn't
So-
for the
what's
media,
going
you
on.
wouldn't be scared, happy, sad. You wouldn't be terrified in your home.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
Do you think that the media and the government work together to cover up things to
Which I
like
could,
report
I
it
would
like
agree
this?
with that though, Tyler, because in order for me to go into the military,
Rudy's shaking his
I'd
head
have to
yes.
be pretty fucking not scared of
Absolutely.
shit. And I'm pretty jumpy, so I could.
I was in the Navy, so
Well,
I was one higher
Like-
than the Air Force. That's all I can say.
no, I said military. I said military.
What do you think in the last, I don't know, let's say 5 years, was media spending something for the government to help the government?
Every election, something goes on like this.
I'm thinking more like I really have my doubts about like Sandy Hook and the Boston bombing. I think those were
There is a lot of
there's a lot of
inconsistencies.
ties.
And I do want to do full episodes on
Sandy Hook. and-
Sandy Hook
Definitely,
and Boston bombings.
Boom.
Even the most recent
Fake.
one, I know it's still fresh. Even the most recent one has inconsistencies, and there's things coming out with it that don't make sense.
Now, because this is an After Dark episode and we're just speculating everything, no research has gone into this episode and we're just bullshitting.
Right.
You texted me. Do you want to talk about like?
Oh yes, I gave you my prediction on what was going to happen.
So let's talk about it a little bit.
Oh,
Tell
yeah,
tell
the
us what you
text.
texted me, because it was interesting and I was like, holy shit! Like, I mean, if you're going to start believing in all that there's some kind of conspiracy with the Orlando stuff, which I don't know. Let's tiptoe on this topic because I don't want to offend anyone.
The short was, I basically told you, it's not going to be about the shooting. It's going to be about gun control.
Right.
That's essentially what I texted.
And how many weeks ago was the shooting? Now 2 weeks ago.
2 weekends.
We're
Two,
sitting
3
at
weekends ago.
2 or 3 weekends. Yeah. We're not even a full month out of it.
Right.
Have we had any gun control? We don't really watch much news.
Let's see, it happened like Saturday morning at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. The shooting, before noon on our time, they were already Hillary and Obama were already coming out going, we need to control guns. This is outrageous.
Well,
You know
was
what
it
Trump
really?
said? Trump said, "This is bad. This is bad."
He's a goat.
That's what he
Bad.
said.
Bad.
It's like, so I can listen to it. He said, "This is bad."
Bad.
And we should be really afraid, people. We should really be afraid.
He was
and
the
we need
only-
Because
to
it's
start
bad.
and we should start taking control.
He was the only politician that actually blamed the shooter and not the gun.
Yes.
Whereas everyone else was blaming the gun, not the shooter.
I mean, are we all pretty much on that stance? Like, the Happy Gilmore, guns don't kill people, I kill people.
This is all to just get us off the bathroom situation. That's all it is.
You're talking about
Transgenders getting killed. They were like, okay, I guess they can use their restrooms.
The
Now they
transgen-
got killed.
You think?
Yeah, a little bit.
It is weird. I don't know. I feel like a lot of media focuses on the wrong things, and then when they finally do focus on a actual case, I think people blow it out of proportion. Like, if it's I don't know.
Well, the latest on the Orlando thing is the shooter, his wife's gone missing. Just completely vanished off the face of the
What
earth.
if he was
Really?
made to do it? Then?
They can't find her anymore.
Well, he had ISIS ties, so
Right. And so did his dad.
so she probably went back
See, I
to
told you
Yemen
that
or
was
wherever the
ISIS
hell
thing, that
ISIS
shooting.
hangs out at.
That's what I was talking about. That shooting.
That's what I asked
The
you, and you're like,
Russian.
no, the Russian
The
or
Russian.
The Russians.
It was Russian ties.
You said the latest one,
Russian
That
or
was
ISIS?
Turkey.
No, it was a shooting. The shooting.
the Orlando one.
Mhm.
Those were Russian refugees. Or...
That's what there's. No, not refugees. Just ISIS.
And
Russian
okay,
ISIS.
another thing, they cut
What
off the
they
guy. That said that there was more than one shooter.
What if he
or
was
there's
made
more
to
than
go
one
in there
person
and
involved?
shoot, and he was trying to get his wife back, like as ransom, and his ransom was that he had to go in there and shoot that club for ISIS.
Wait, where did y'all hear that at?
She's speculating.
Oh,
Speculate.
he had ties to ISIS though.
Right. He did. And
But that's what I'm saying. What if he wanted out of ISIS and they were like,
Wanted out
we
of
had
ISIS.
a
well,
wife.
okay.
Everyone wants into ISIS. They
is-
get like 100 or some versions
In the
or
ISIS,
something
they
like
get a
that.
fucking bullet in their head if they get caught.
Okay, so his dad has ties to ISIS, right? His dad also has ties to the Clintons.
Really?
He was in their office 2-3 weeks before this went down,
Take heed of that, motherfuckers.
and that's
Because
you can find that. It's factual. There's a picture of him with Hillary.
Really?
Okay, so if you were to vote right now, we're going on a sensitive subject. If you were to vote right now, who would you vote for? Hillary or Trump?
You asking me first?
Yep.
None.
All right, I'm
Tell
going to
you
Mexico.
Nope.
Hillary or Trump?
We're going to Mexico.
Hillary or Trump?
And the famous words of the Super Troopers.
Come on.
We're going to Mexico.
I know, but Hillary or Trump?
Well, in the
If you were forced to answer, Hillary
in
or
the
Trump.
Okay,
in the
I would
famous-
Gun
vote.
to your head.
in
Gun
the-
to your
in
head.
the-
Hillary or
Okay,
Trump.
honestly, I would vote Trump only because he's the lesser of two evils. Only because Hillary has all that shit where she killed being in the Navy, she killed U.S. soldiers and shit by letting out secrets.
Mhm.
So I'd vote
Toby,
Trump.
Hillary or Trump? Gun to your head.
I want to stick with the famous quote from
No, there's no
Terry
quotes. I
douche.
didn't say.
South Park,
I
Matt
didn't
Stone
say
and Trey
quote.
Parker.
I said Hillary or Trump.
It's either a turd sandwich or a giant douche, and
Not true though.
either way,
It is true.
either way, it's a turd sandwich or a giant douche. I mean,
It's one of the worst ones.
Hillary,
Well, okay,
Hillary Trump
now,
is a turd
here's the thing.
sandwich,
Gun to your
and
head, do
Donald
you
Trump is a
think-
douche.
Gun to your head. Do you think that it's time for a woman to come into office or not? Especially being
No,
Hillary
no,
Clinton.
I'm kidding. Women are all. I'm
But
all
I'm saying
for.
being Hillary Clinton.
I'm all for women
Not
coming
Hillary.
into.
Anyone but
Because
Hillary.
Anybody-
her husband's already been
if he was
president.
like-
She's going to try to trump him times a million. No pun intended. But she is going to fucking try to
If it was
She's
like
gonna
Sarah
trump him.
Palin or the Rice chick, I would be all
Now,
for it.
Sarah
Like
Palin.
I
I
haven't
love
heard
Sarah
any
Palin.
bad things about them. Like they.
I like
well,
Sarah
depending
Palin.
on what their political views
I
are.
wish Alan
Fuck
West
yeah.
would run. If
Who's
you
that?
don't know who Alan West is, look the guy up.
well, tell
He's
us a little bit
amazing.
about him. I mean,
He's a.
Wait, I'm not finished. Gun to your head.
oh,
Pull the
Hillary or
trigger.
Trump.
Pull the trigger.
I didn't pick anyone.
Really? You
Pull
want
the
pick?
trigger.
You want
Yeah.
to write in your ballot?
Pull them. Fucking trigger. I will not.
Wait. Let me take everything
Oh,
back.
like
I said,
Trump. I've listened to a lot
who
of
is
shit.
going to give me money to pay to vote for them?
So the person who's no.
Who is gonna?
I don't care to vote for either, so why am I not making
Which
something
one's
out
gonna
of
pay
it?
Who is gonna legalize weed so I can make money off my income tax? And,
Who's gonna help the
Let's
Texas
see. Trump-
revenue?
I mean, honestly, like you have, I get it. Hillary, everybody wants Hillary right now because she's gonna give all the Area 51 secrets away.
Oh yeah, that is one
Okay.
thing. So
okay. Bill tried that and it didn't work.
Bernie
She's not going
Sanders.
to be able to do it.
No.
Either.
So yeah,
Right.
if you don't know, Hillary Clinton has said that she would like to uncover all the Area 51 secrets.
that was
Oh, wait, hold
Bill's.
on.
That
Oh.
was Bill's.
what about if
deal.
it turns out to be
People are
nothing?
trying to
I'd be
give
really
us-
disappointed.
People are trying to give
But
us
okay, hold on. So
recommendations, and they said I tried, can't figure out how to log in.
Yeah,
don't
no,
have
I
an
already
Apple
read
device,
that.
So,
so Hillary Clinton. Okay, like you said, Tyler. If there happens to be no secrets, everyone that's a skeptic is going to be like, "Oh, that's
Gun to your head means you have
that's
no
they."
The government
That's-
lying to us.
Yeah.
Gun to the
So
head means pull the trigger.
Again.
I feel like she has to figure something out if she
No
she got in
trigger.
office.
to get her
Gun
4
to your
more
head, no
years.
trigger.
Yeah.
Trigger's broken.
What's
Funny
Rudy
how this
picking?
works. What?
All right, who?
What?
Turd
Hillary-
or a giant douche?
Pull the trigger.
The giant douche
Okay,
is
go on with what
Donald
you were trying
Trump.
to say. Or were you done?
The turd
No,
is.
I just-
Caleb's gone. We don't have an opinion from Caleb.
I just think that when it comes to like, okay, giving out secrets and everything, which Hillary Clinton's been through a lot. Really? Are you Jersey brother shoring it over there or what?
So we're
'Cause-
posing for Periscope, and we both decided to post. Me and Tyler both decided
Like
to post
you
at
were
the
in the
exact.
It's like
fucking
we're-
We're like West Side.
we
and-
have each other's like minds. Like
yeah, it's like we have the
Yeah.
same
I
blood or
feel like
something.
Hillary Clinton is not good enough yet because she is so hell bent on showing up her husband first off. Plus, you gotta think she was a wife who was cheated on, so she is really hell bent on having revenge. And then 3, she's not gonna promise the fucking alien thing. Like he said, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, but wouldn't
Bill
it?
couldn't do it.
I would like to
Donald
change
Trump,
my
though?
mind
Donald-
because she's voting for
Trump.
I'm going for Hillary now.
Just to cancel out your vote.
Just cancel out your vote.
I was opposite Obama, and look how that worked out.
I think
Obama
Obama did.
sucks.
Okay, for Obama did great. For what he was running against, he did great. In fact, I think he's the better of the two.
You were on a ship.
In fact, he fucking.
You didn't have to worry about
look
it.
at all the
No.
Look at all the wars we could have had, and look at all the wars he prevented.
Tell us about him.
I can't remember. I can't remember what country it was, but it was okay.
ISIS got
remember,
started underneath his belt.
No, ISIS got started because of Bush, and it led to ISIS.
Wait.
I have
What
no
happened?
idea.
Say that again.
I don't know the whole fucking story. I can't
Oh.
remember it right now because I'm too drunk.
I like Bush
Okay,
a lot.
I like Bush too, but because of what he did in the past, if he would have had 4 more years, it probably wouldn't have happened. But
If Oprah ran, we'd
Okay.
all have a new house. So I don't
Anyway.
give a fuck who is talking about anything. You
he
got
did
a
the
new
best he could.
You-
I think he did way better. Who was running that year? I can't even remember.
Bush?
Fuck.
It was Cheney. Bush and Cheney were together.
No.
It was-
I'm talking
Closer?
about the year that Obama got elected.
The old
Obama,
guy.
It was either going to be Hillary or Obama for the Democratic
Right.
nominee. I can't remember who he was running against for the
It
Republican
was that
nominee.
old. It was that old guy.
Yeah,
that
the-
old military.
Al
guy.
Gore.
No, it was
Al
he
Gore
was
was there.
You
Because
know
I
what
was a
I'm
Gore
talking about.
fan.
no, he was the one that was
Old military vet. He kind of had a weird.
he was
walk.
tortured.
Yeah, because he
As-
was
He was
Obama
tortured
ran
when
against?
no, he was tortured
Yeah.
in the military. I
Al
can't remember
Gore-
what
Al
service.
Gore.
Al
No,
Gore ran
wasn't-
against Bush.
Al Gore was
Oh.
whenever I was in like 2nd grade or whatever that was. Shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
That was a couple of years
It was
ago.
a long time ago.
But yeah, it was an older guy that ran against
McCain.
John McCain.
Yeah,
John
McCain.
McCain. Yeah, I was right. God damn
I liked
it.
McCain though. I did like McCain.
Okay, he's a good soldier and everything. I'll give him that. I don't think he would have been a great.
Bush was a good cheerleader.
He was a good cheerleader, but McCain, I think he would have fucking. Okay, as soon as those, I forgot where it was, but they were like poisoning their citizens or whatever. That was rebelling, and we got
Syria,
all.
Was it?
Was it Syria?
I think it was Syria.
I think it was too.
Because they were using chemical
Hey.
warfare and it was big to do.
If it came down
I
to
wonder what
it,
to say,
any
though.
other fucking Republican would have been like, "All right, let's go to war with that motherfucker."
I am very
But you know
lucky,
what? Obama kept a level head, and he's like, "Look, you're gonna get rid of those, toxic materials or whatever. We're not gonna go to war with you," and fucking like signed like a big agreement. I know they were stubborn about it, and they like only gave up a little bit at a time. But you know what? Now we're to that point where like, fucking most of that shit's gone. And you know what? I didn't have to fucking go on another deployment because of him.
That's true.
Done.
How's that ISIS working out?
So let me change the topic.
ISIS is bad. You don't think ISIS is bad?
It's terrible. What are you talking about?
Let me change the topic from political. What about Prince? Have you
We're
heard?
going that far south?
Hold on. So
You're talking like footprints?
no, Prince, the artist formerly
Oh,
known.
that guy. Okay.
Footprints in the sand?
Here we go.
First
He's
off,
still alive.
no, he's not.
He's a
Still alive.
hologram.
Are you sure?
So have you heard
The
that
Illuminati
He's on
killed
the
him?
island
Illuminati has killed him? Not a drug overdose. That he was killed because of him pushing the chemtrails arguments. He was a very firm believer that the chemtrails were an actual thing.
I think if you're in the Illuminati,
I
it'd take more than that.
I was actually with him when he had that drug overdose.
Oh yeah.
Damn, Tyler.
Jesus.
We were having a great
What?
we were having a great time until he had to overdose.
Jesus. You know I love Prince, right? And you're making light of the situation.
You know, okay.
son of
It's
a
weird, hey, it's weird that a Navy guy was with Prince when he
Hey,
died.
don't worry about it, alright?
Tyler.
You're gonna get us both in trouble.
You're the one blabbing about it.
He needed
So,
some grade
no.
A overseas drugs.
There's going to be somebody listening to this going,
What
find
the
this guy.
fuck?
Suing the fuck out of
He
him.
knows too much.
Well, this is a popular thing.
If I'm not here tomorrow, you know.
This is a popular belief. Like, people do believe, like, musicians and anyone that has any kind of fame to them does get offed up by the so-called Illuminati.
I feel they get off and put onto an island.
Why did it take him so long?
Aaliyah, like, she was so young, but then But it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of things. There's Tupac.
Elvis.
That
Elvis,
wasn't,
yeah.
but that
And a
wasn't his
lot of-
peak of famous, like Elvis and Tupac and all them.
Wait, what is it? Elvis didn't die. He just went home. And that
That's
Men in Black.
Men in Black, yeah.
No, like Bob Marley. Like there's a big cover up. There's a big conspiracy saying that I can't remember why, but the FBI gave him a new pair of boots. Okay, this.
Oh yeah.
I want to do an episode on this one day, so I'm gonna give you the just the bullshit of it. So Bob Marley was given a pair of boots by someone. He put the boots on, and when he did, there was a needle that stuck pricked his big toe. When it did, it like gave him
The Zika virus.
not the Zika
Oh,
virus,
my bad.
not yet. Which Zika virus? I need to touch on that in a minute. It caught, basically it gave him the cancer that killed him, or whatever it was that killed him, because it was in his toe. So people claim that the government is offing off some of these musicians, some of these people that are famous for trying to,
Like Michael Jackson.
is there a
try
conspiracy
to make that
oh
comeback?
well, I guess
She banged
JFK.
Kennedy, yeah. She knew too much.
I love Kennedy. Like all the Kennedy stuff fascinates me. I love.
You like
Kurt
infidelity?
Cobain.
I like infidelity. Kurt Cobain's an interesting story. What do you think about the Kurt Cobain? I want to
she
do a
did
full episode on it,
Oh,
so
I think
let's
that
just.
bitch was a
I think
stone
she-
cold killer.
I think she just.
So, do you know some of the facts? Okay, and I don't know if these are true facts. This is what I learned
Did you
growing.
not watch that documentary?
I haven't watched the
Bleach?
soaked in bleach, bleached and soaked,
Bleached.
bleached.
Just bleached.
Anyways, so one of the conspiracies that I heard when I was younger was Kurt Cobain pulled the trigger with his right
Quit
hand,
messing with her.
but he was left-handed.
She's
Yeah.
horrible.
So that was one of the many things that I heard about the Kurt Cobain stuff. Do you think that Tyler? Do you think Kurt Cobain was murdered by what's her name?
Courtney Love Hewitt.
I was gonna say Courtney Cox, but that's
Courtney
friends.
Love.
Oh, Courtney. I said Courtney Love Hewitt.
Courtney Love Hewitt.
Courtney
Yes.
Love. I
Courtney
think
Love.
that just makes two people together.
Courtney
Love.
Love Hewitt.
No, that's
Hi.
Courtney Love Hewitt
She
is
did
one
it.
person.
We have a
Courtney
few
Love.
people on Periscope. If you got any questions, conspiracy related, supernatural related, anything,
You want to know Toby's cup size?
you want to know my cup size,
It's a small.
whatever.
Spoiler alert.
But so
We're not all on there.
it was El Deuce. He was killed after admitting it. I don't know who El Deuce is,
You are.
but I think this is El Deuce, and the screen is on Tyler. So, anyways, oh wow. I don't know. The Kurt Cobain stuff has a lot of fishy stuff in it. What about the Beatles stuff?
I don't really know too
Mentors.
much about the Beatles stuff,
Me neither.
to be honest with
So, again, I want to do a full episode on the Beatles because it's fascinating. They claim that Paul McCartney died right before they made the album, where he's famously
right.
walking across the
And
Abbey Road.
His step
She's
is
horrible.
different than the other
She's
So,
guys.
if you look at the other three
Petting her.
Beatles,
Yeah.
their feet are all the
Check it
same.
worse.
Right.
If you look at Paul, his feet are opposite.
Ignore
Right.
her.
Yeah.
And there's backwards messages. The Paul is dead.
I have nothing but burps.
Turn Me On, Dead Man is one of the backwards backmasking. Go listen to our backmasking episode and you can hear some of these. But we're
That
gonna.
I'm not in.
Kristen's not in.
Not it.
I'm sorry.
How are you not in one when you live here?
She fell asleep.
Because we all got drunk and we all fell asleep, but I chose to stay asleep.
Oh, God.
I tried waking her up.
So
She
there-
blames me for me trying to wake her up. I did.
There's been more than one
And
drunk
so-
podcast.
So
Yeah.
what it was is that it was him and Tina.
Evan and Tina.
Barely Evan though.
No, Evan was in it through the whole thing.
Mostly.
Uh huh. Yeah,
You didn't even listen to it. You don't know.
I know.
don't know either.
You don't.
I do know.
Anyways, so
I'm subscribed to the goddamn channel.
well,
I know.
thank you for being a faithful listener.
Faithful stalker is what I like to call it.
So, anyways, so the Beatles thing is that like Paul is not Paul. He died, and they replaced him,
Right.
and they kept going, and the new Paul is not Paul at all. It's really cool.
You've told me about that before, but I've never heard of that one. That Paul's not Paul.
What's wrong?
It's late.
Tyler's saying it's late.
He wants to go home.
Oh, we've only been on 35 minutes?
35 minutes of
It feels like a goddamn lifetime.
This is 35 minutes of After Dark. This is our first time doing After Dark, just talking about whatever.
While we're drunk?
While we're drunk. We just recorded episode 21, and I guess this will be episode 22, the After Dark special.
21.2.
21.1.
21.1.
21.5.
21 and a half.
Yeah. I don't know. But yes.
21.05, because we're doing one after this.
No.
Project Archivist, the podcast that talks about the weird, the wonderful, and the strange. Join us every week as your hosts Rojan and Lobo take a different look at the world around us through guest interviews, discussion, or taking a look at the week's weirdest news. Find us at www.projectarchivist.com, on iTunes in the podcast section, or on the Stitcher Android app.
Hey there, fellow podcast fans. Do you love comic books, and especially Swamp Thing? Get out of the bayou. So do we. Come check out the Parlapod Show, the world's only podcast dedicated to the muck-encrusted mockery of a man himself, Swamp Thing. This is some serious arcane audio as we chat with comic book professionals, reviews, spoofs, talk about back issues. Everything swampy under the sun happens here. Give us a listen at parlapod.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, Podomatic, our YouTube channel, and we're on every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on podcastradionetwork.net. Join your hosts Dave and John, parlapod.com. Let's go into the green. We'll see you in the swamps.
Hey guys, this is Bill.
This is Phineas.
And together we're the Tattooed Bananas. We do a comedy podcast, and on our comedy podcast we talk about all kinds of wacky crap, like
nutscaping,
I'll tuck you in tonight,
turning your funeral into a funeral,
can I have an ice pop? Can I have a candy?
Dick fishing, furniture banging, and so much more. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and connect with us with the Potter and Family hashtag on Twitter.
Yeah, don't forget to check out the Instagram. Throw a bag of bagels at someone's head.
Hey, this is Knock from the Geek Yogurt Podcast. Tune in every week as we discuss movies, TV, comics, and video games. We are on Podbean, iTunes, Satchel, or on your favorite podcast app. You can find us on Facebook or Twitter at Yogurt Podcast and weigh in on our weekly topics.
How do you feel about Bigfoot, Tyler? Taller. My Texas drawl is coming out in my drunken state. How do you feel about Bigfoot?
He's just a misunderstood giant.
Do you think he's real?
I mean, he's just the Hulk.
He's the Hulk.
Did y'all ever see any like scary fish when y'all were out on the boat?
Scary fish?
Did you see any furry fish?
Sharks, anything.
Furry
no,
fish.
I seen like a bunch of dolphins one time.
Look me in the eyes.
Well, okay, more than once. We saw dolphins like all the fucking time.
Look me in the eyes.
See a kraken?
I wish. I would have fought it.
Just in the
with my fist.
The anime porn he was watching.
That's true. Man. There's a bunch of anime porn on the ship. There's some weirdos out there.
Y'all ever see any pirates?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
When they sailing for booty?
We only went to Africa like once. It was
Are you saying that pirates are only in Africa?
Yeah, what the hell's up with that? Racist?
Yeah, those goddamn Somalians, you know?
I'm the captain now.
You can suck a dick.
Hey, if you ever like take the reins,
get that reference,
yeah,
Toby?
it's the captain, whatever.
The Captain Phillips.
Yeah, there you go. If
you know what? If that was a U.S. warship, he would have been dead.
Hey,
D-E-D, dead.
Like,
if you ever like hijack the
Tom
podcast,
Hanks spelled it like a bitch. He was like, okay.
Hold on, I need you to role play for me, Kristen. You're hijack the podcast from me, but do the same.
I'm the host now.
You didn't do it all.
Yeah, I did.
Is that all? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, the fucking Navy's in here now, so get out of here.
Yeah,
we destroyed you.
There you go. Is that all of it?
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't he go, look at me?
Look at
Yeah.
me. That's what it is.
Look at me.
I am the host now.
I am the host.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I only watched that movie once and I didn't have subtitles on it for the Somalian language, so I was like, alright, what the hell's going on here? So I quit watching it halfway through.
Fucking shit. Fuck this motherfucker. That's why I was like, Tom Hanks, you survived a fucking island with a fucking volleyball, and you're gonna let this motherfucker take over your ship?
You know
I
how much...
cannot believe this shit right now. That's how I
He was once a kid that got big.
You are fucking Forrest Gump. You can run faster than any motherfucker. You can run across the ocean.
You survived the burbs.
Oh yeah, the burbs.
I got so much shit for not watching that movie.
Sardines and crackers.
For watching which movie?
For not watching Captain Phillips.
Really?
All the way through. I didn't have the Somalian subtitles.
Okay,
so I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on.
Tell us something like, what is like a popular... You know, when you're in high school, you have like popular sayings like within your little groups of, you know, just stupid shit. What popular sayings were on the ship?
Okay, so you know what's it's
on the Navy ship. Tyler was in the Navy, so we're
probably a lot of
okay.
acronyms.
No, it's all the same
fuck
shit,
Toby's
right?
on
Because
land.
people get it from Facebook, but they don't know what it means at the time. Until we get back to fucking dry land and we can watch the YouTube video. And then we're like, oh, so that's the goddamn... What was that shit they were doing, like, on the airplanes and shit like that? It was like the... God damn it.
The Mile High Club?
No. Well, yeah, that too.
Welcome to After Dark with Secret Transmission Podcast, where we talk about everything dirty.
They had a bunch of music videos of it. The shuffle. It was not the shuffle, but the
Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake. That's what it was.
How did
Like,
you know
okay,
that?
we didn't know about that shit
Because the Harlem Shake was popular.
we were fucking out.
On the airplane?
No, I don't know what he's talking about, airplane, but I just
No,
know.
they did the Harlem Shake on an airplane.
You
They
could
did a
do
whole
the
bunch of
Harlem
like
Shake.
different ones, right? We didn't know what that shit was until like 6 months after it happened. We're like, oh, that's what all these fucking people are talking about on
you didn't
Facebook.
miss much.
Yeah.
Fucking thank God.
But
We missed a lot of movies.
But like, was there any like specific like sayings? Okay, so like when high
I'll
school.
never forgive you anyway.
In
When he was in Japan and he refused to show us the toilet.
oh yeah,
Which way it flowed.
yeah, you wouldn't show us the toilet.
He
of which
wouldn't
way it
flush the
flushed.
fucking toilet. Just
He
one
wouldn't-
fucking
is
flush.
that sorry?
Look, it flushed the other way. I didn't want to freak him out. All right, they would have had a heart attack. And I didn't want to go there.
Okay, but
I would thought it was the fucking coolest thing in the world. Like, oh shit.
So
oh shit.
when I was in high school, the South Park movie came out, and I remember everyone was like calling everyone Uncle Fucker, and so did
Uncle
stuff like
Fucker.
that happen, like or okay, when Talladega Nights came out, everyone fucking said shake and bake, shake and bake.
Okay.
Was there anything like that that was like you can yeah
Okay, so honestly,
coming at you like a spider monkey and all that crap.
Don't put that
okay,
on me, Ricky
all
Bobby.
the new movies we actually got early, so we kind of knew what was going on with the movies.
So did y'all quote movies all the time to each other's?
We,
I do have a Ricky Bobby story though.
not really. 'Cause we were so fucking busy we could barely watch like half a movie and like understand it. You know?
Really?
Yeah, like I've watched half of so many movies.
He's done.
Is Caleb snoring?
Yes, he's snoring.
And
Caleb's passed out on the
Here's
floor
a Ricky Bobby
again.
story for you. So, before I ever moved here, like, to Gainesville, like, probably 2011 or 2010, when we went up to Bolcher, which is, like, 3 cities away from us, they had Last Man Standing, and it was sponsored by Red Bull, and they had these little shuttle buses that they called them, but they were really just a bunch of golf carts hooked up to each other, and they would shuttle you everywhere. Well, one of the guys got kicked off of there because you could bring your own beer, and he got kicked off there because he was so drunk, and he was knocking people off of the golf carts and going, "I'm Ricky Bobby, I like to go fast."
Jesus.
And hitting bumps and knocking them off of the fucking golf cart.
It's I want to go fast, by the way.
But that's what he said, though.
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
said I like to go fast.
Oh, I want to go fast. Jeez, Tyler, way to ruin my story. Just wait till you
No,
hear that
you ruined
story.
your own story. I just fixed it.
I'm gonna hit you in your freaking shit.
Hey, remember what happened last time we tried to fight?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the size of
So,
Texas bruise.
A couple of weeks ago, we
horrible.
when Tyler first got back, we played Mario Party Party. The rules of Mario Party Party are
There are no rules of Mario Party Party.
so many Fight Club references. So the first real rule of Mario Party Party is actually I don't remember the rules.
We didn't make up real rules.
We didn't have real rules. It was
We're not Fight Club.
You take a drink when you land on red or you lose.
Or you roll your number.
Oh yeah, we had numbers assigned to us, and when you rolled it, you had to take a swig of your drink. And for some reason, Kristen and Tyler decided that it was okay to brawl up here in my man cave, and Kristen ended up with a bruise the size of like a freaking cantaloupe on her ass.
It was the cantaloupe, but ended up looking like the state of Texas.
Okay, so she was looking at her ass in the mirror.
The way it looked like
Oh,
Texas.
hold on. So
God.
the next day, a couple of days later, I saw her looking at her ass in the mirror. She's like, "Oh my God, this bruise looks like Texas." And when she looked at me, it looked like a reverse Texas. So it was a reverse Texas in the mirror. It was the right way, but it did. It looked like a reverse Texas.
So long story short, Tyler is abnormally strong. And
Tyler's
Toby found that out too.
Tyler's a freak of nature. He's so skinny and little, you would think that, he could barely pick up a pencil, but this motherfucker, he hulks out on you.
I'm just really squirmy. That's all it is.
I'm just real wiry,
Freaking-
man.
Freaking like dead on, trying to hurt me.
I tried to let you down easy.
Caleb's the same way.
my ass.
Caleb's a freak of nature too. He's got strength. Well, he
Yes,
starts
the Psalm of
punching on you,
Bear
and
in
you're
the
like,
cave was
Caleb,
very
stop!
freak
I'm
of
fragile like a
nature.
flower.
I boxed Aaron once. I was the same way.
Oh yeah. Was he strong?
Yeah.
The name that should not be mentioned on our show.
Sorry.
Well, I would say this. You're saying that Caleb's a freak of nature. If only you could see the freak of nature right now. He's laying on the ground with a pillow, and he's dead out, snoring like
He's
a
moving
goddamn
now. I
bear in
think he can hear-
hibernation.
He's cute.
What's the cat doing to his leg?
Still in heat. So, anyone got any like ghost experiences? I know. Rudy like spilled it all when he did the most everything. I would assume
much, yeah.
when we did our Shadow People episode.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't heard that, go back and listen to Shadow People. I believe it's episode 16.
Oh, your foot. Oh, the cat.
Do you have any ghost stories of your own, Tyler? I mean, we'll probably touch on these if we ever do a ghost episode again. But do you have any experiences that you'd like to kind of briefly share on After Dark?
Honestly, I don't have any of my own, but I do believe.
I want to believe.
I've heard some pretty convincing ghost stories before.
Well, since we've done our Shadow People episode, which I know Tyler doesn't know much about the Shadow People, so when we go to sleep at night, me and Kristen and I, well, if we like leave our bedroom door cracked, the curtain that we can see, or that I can see from my point of view, the curtain that's on the window freaks me the fuck out every night. And if I wake up in the middle of the night and the door's just cracked and I see it, I think it's a person standing there every fucking time. And after we recorded that episode, actually, the Shadow People, and I don't know if I may have touched on this in that episode, maybe it was before, but I started having let me back up a little bit. One night I got up and it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm a snack fiend. I like my midnight snacks.
Right.
So I woke up, it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I went to the kitchen and I got a popsicle. Specifically remember it's a popsicle. Anyways, for some reason, I walked to our back door and I looked at it's a big piece of glass. I'm trying to explain it for anyone that's never seen my back door, and if you have, I'm gonna call the cops. Anyway, so it's a big piece of glass basically that you can see out the back door, and I swear to God, I saw someone standing there just staring at me.
Dude,
And-
that's like my meditation time. Right there. Was it 2 o'clock in the morning?
2 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was there.
So Anyways, I sat there for a second, and the lights were off. All the lights in the house were off. I was just... All the lights were off, and I sat there and just watched it for about 30 seconds, and then I finally was like, I need to flip on the light so I can see it. So I flipped on the lights, nothing was there. And I was like, oh, okay, my imagination was playing tricks on me because we had just recently talked about shadow people. I flipped the lights off, fucking person standing there again. It was the creepiest thing. I just was like, okay, I'm done, I'm going to bed. So I left the standing figure there. So again, it could have been just my imagination playing tricks on me.
Shadowing.
It could have been me outside the
It could have been
door.
Tyler.
I'm just saying.
That's a hell of a trick to be able to disappear when the lights come on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty good.
He's like,
surprised.
I'm really fast.
It's like, I'm not teaching you my illusions.
I did straight track, if you didn't know.
Oh, that's kind of creepy. You've always been creeped out by that door, though.
Ever since we moved into that house, this house, that back door, which it may just be because it's got a big piece of glass on it that you can see out and you can see everything and there's no blind on it. It may be what freaks me out about it is that there's no blind on it, and I am a very private person for my house. Like, I don't even like pulling up the blinds for some reason. Like, I always feel weird if I'm walking around the house with my shirt off and my blinds are open in the front. Anyone driving in front of our house can be like, oh, there's Toby walking around eating a popsicle. Yeah, exactly. So it freaks me out a little bit. Yeah. But do you have any ghost stories you want to share with us, Kristen? We got a few more minutes of our After Dark edition.
No, I've shared them all in our previous
Shadow
episodes.
People. Have you had any more experiences since our Shadow People? I just told about the back door. Kristen walked away for a minute. I told how I had that weird 2:00 in the morning back door experience, and every night that freaking curtain, if the door's cracked.
The only thing I ever feel is that something's next to my bed sometimes.
Ooh. That's just me crouching down looking at you.
Well, no, but I felt like
when
something
did you start having this feeling?
I'm like, hey, are you asleep?
I
What
felt
are you
something
doing?
sitting next to me, and then I put my hand over there, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, that's weird. Do you, like, reach off the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know... Okay, so when I was younger...
Like, I'll feel next to me where I feel like the intention is being made, and then I, like, reach out, and then there's nothing there. But for, like, my thing is, though, for anybody that doesn't know me, both my parents have both passed away, so I just feel like maybe it's one of my parents sitting next to me. And that's how I calm myself.
I can't reach off the bed. Like, if something's scaring me, I can't reach off the bed.
I don't like for my feet to hang on. Like,
Isn't
be
that how you
outside the
tap out?
covers. They creeps me out.
Well, okay, so when I was younger, I watched the Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And you know the scene where Johnny Depp's laying in his bed listening to his headphones, and all of a sudden his chest busts out of his body, and it sprays all over the ceiling. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Did you say Johnny Depp?
It's Johnny Depp. I swear to God.
It pulls him
Really? In the first Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yes.
He's like 18.
It is.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Johnny Depp.
It's Johnny Depp?
It's Johnny Depp. And
okay, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one.
In the scene, yeah, he's
laying. He's got his hands up on his head, and he's got his headphones on, and he's jamming out.
Something pulls him into the bed, and then just blood just.
I see. I know the scene you're talking about. I just didn't know it was Johnny Depp.
That's Johnny Depp.
Okay,
holy shit! I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
That scene fucking terrified me my whole entire childhood. Because I always... Okay, so it was that scene and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I always mixed it together, and I always assumed that, like, I wouldn't put my hands off the bed because I was like, if I put my hands off the bed, they'll know I'm up here. Whoever's under my bed will know I'm up here. So then I would be like, oh God, they're under my bed, so they do know I'm up here, and that chainsaw's just going to rip through the middle of my bed, and it's going to get me.
So, like, a month ago, I think it was, or about over a month ago, probably like 2 months ago, whenever I had a huge bruise on the side of my hip and on my arm, and it's because I went to go and make Oliver a bottle, which Oliver's my 1.5-year-old son, I went to go make a bottle for him.
When you hit the fucking
And
door?
when I came running back, I thought that the pantry was cracked.
That's right.
And I thought something was in the pantry because we never leave the pantry cracked, and I thought somebody was waiting in the pantry. So I took off running. Whenever I ran, I was halfway asleep when
And
I
it was dark.
jarred in the jamb of the door, and I fucking it took me out. I fucking rattled the house, and it was so bad that I went over to the bed and I put my head into the bed and I was like. And cried.
I remember
and Toby
waking up.
never woke up.
No, I woke up and I was just like,
all I
what's
want to
going
know
on?
is how scared was Toby at that point? Like,
Not at
holy
all.
shit, there's someone in
Nothing.
our pantry.
No.
Nothing. I will tell you something about Toby. Okay, for anybody that doesn't know Toby, when he is sleeping, because he used to be out in the oil field in a camper,
With no lock on the door. Let me add, there's no lock on the damn door.
Anybody
Please
could
stop
come in and
masturbating.
mess with him at any point in time. So one time I was really thirsty and I was like, I'm gonna go over here and get some water offside of his bed. Oh, I got some water all right. He fucking came out of the bed and put his hand to my throat and to fucking body slam me because he is that.
She was an intruder.
Yeah, he thought that he was in the camper all over again and is like.
And this is
sleep.
right. This is beginning of when I got my new job and I was no longer. I was still in that mindset of I'm in the camper, someone's attacking me, and I'm gonna kill you. And I was probably more scared. I was probably pissing myself halfway.
So if I'm thirsty, I go to the kitchen or I don't drink at all.
You know what? That's interesting though. It's just an instinct of something. Because that was something that I was terrified of. I'd be in these campers by myself on a location with no one. Anyone could have walked up.
I could have never done it.
Come
That's
into my
for sure.
camper, shot me, taking all my stuff. Because I used to bring a PlayStation 3 at the time before PS4 came out. TVs, movies. I used to bring all kinds of stuff that is valuable to, I don't know, let's just say a drug addict that's needing to steal something. Whatever. Who cares? It could just be someone that's trying to steal something. But think about the instinct. That's all I was acting on. Is that weird that was something that slowly was part of me? How does that happen?
Yeah, it's weird.
You know
I was
what?
the receiver of the hand on the throat.
But how does that happen?
It happens because humans are adaptable to our, whatever situation we're in.
I wake up sweating because I think I'm late. Because the
Really?
consequences are so bad in the Navy.
So since you've been out 4 or 5 weeks. at this
Even now, I wake up if we were late or whatever, it was hands down punishment this, punishment that. You're stuck on the ship, half
What's
pays
punishment
and
this?
shit
What's punishment that?
Yeah, half pay.
What is that? What did y'all have to do?
Extra duty, half pay, all that kind of shit.
Half pay, really?
Yeah, they do that shit to you.
Wow.
And I was just I wake up holy shit, I'm late. I even did that this morning, honestly. I woke up at 7 o'clock. I didn't have to be at work till 9. And I was like, holy shit, I'm late to work. And I woke up and looked at my phone. I was like, oh shit, it's only 7 o'clock. I can go back to sleep.
And he'll be that way for a while, too.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking.
But that's what I'm saying.
It terrifies me
sad
every
that
goddamn
that's-
morning.
It's crazy that your body can be trained to this is my defensive mechanism, me sleeping and being afraid. But then you can slowly train yourself to come out of that. Because I've gotten better. I still freak out sometimes when Kristen wakes me up. But it's not like I have my hands around her throat. It's more like ooh, what's going on? And I freak out. And she's like, chill the fuck out, bro. What's going on with you?
Yeah, if I tap him or anything like that, I immediately pull back.
But it's no longer But it's no longer the violent outburst of I'm killing you.
Not gonna lie, I at least got it from deployment to being at home. Because if I was on deployment and someone woke me up, I'd probably choke them out too. In all honesty.
That's
They're like,
scary.
oh, you're late for your watch. I'd probably be like, you motherfucker, get out of my rack. Unless they're they said my name. If they touch me, though, that's when I fucking get defensive.
I think that's what happens to me too. If I get touched, it scares the fuck out of me because it's
you don't know what's going
really
on.
Weird because you can't scare him any other time of the day.
Oh no, we have this
She
thing.
tries.
Okay, so I love scaring Kristen. I fucking love scaring Kristen more than anything
Horrible.
because her scream is not like a typical woman scream, ah. No. It's almost like that. What's it's funny? She goes. It doesn't matter. You could scare her so bad that she pisses herself, and she's just gonna make this noise. But we
heard that at work once. Clayton scared her.
Did she piss herself?
No, she just goes, ooh.
Wait,
yeah.
Which Clayton
I
is
don't
this?
scream. I don't know what it is. And that's what sucks is if I'm ever in any real danger, I can't
She's not gonna scream.
She tenses up.
She tenses up so hard that she can't even make a noise, really.
She did. She went like that when he jumped out.
So they try to scare
Clayton.
her and Gibson, the 6-year-old running around this house that acts like he runs the house. They both try to scare me, and all the time, I'll just look at them like.
I have videos.
What's up?
Videos of him running out of the or walking out of the bathroom, and I literally have the water gun, and I'm about to spray him. He's just like,
whatever. Well, I
"Great,
think
I'm wet."
I think I'm one of those
like,
people that's like, I've
fuck.
accepted my fate. I'm dead. I don't care. I've
Play
already.
too many video games. Is what it is.
I'm kind of the same way. Like, when a bad situation happens, I don't freak out or anything like that.
It's just like, hey,
It's like,
this
all
is
right,
happening.
so, all right, we got to take care of this,
So when he has his hand up around his neck, he's like, I gotta take care of this. I don't know how yet, though. Oh, and then he doesn't remember the next morning. That's what's even more weird. He's like, what? What did I do?
Oh yeah,
I'm
sometimes she'll be like, yeah, I woke you up last night. I'll be like, what are you talking about?
You choked me, motherfucker.
You almost choke slammed me, but it's okay. I'm alive.
Okay, that's kind of weird. I remember everything when I'm awake. At least I think I do.
Oh, Toby.
Sorry, baby. That's all I could say. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up this first edition of After Dark. Maybe we'll do this again some other time. It was just random talks, and this is usually what the talks we have after we've recorded an episode. I just decided to hit record
when we're sober.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this first edition, and maybe last edition. I'll listen to it back and see if it's worth a damn. Maybe no one will hear this. I don't know. If you did,
Congrats!
Thank you.
It made it.
Thank you for me.
21.5 survived.
The password is, and tweet us this, hashtag mindwash.
What happens if this gets the most views?
Oh,
we're just gonna get drunk and talk constantly.
Secret transmission will go from conspiracy paranormal to us bullshitting.
Anti-AA.
So everyone say goodbye for the After Dark.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Later.
Good night.
You have just listened to After Dark with the Secret Transmission Podcast. Follow them on Twitter at SecretTransPod. Subscribe to them on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or YouTube. Have a question? Email them at secrettransmission@hotmail.com. Please come back next week and listen to a normal episode as they try to explain the unexplainable.